Welcome to your channel Myra Pro, hope you enjoyed with this video. So, smartphones keep evolving year after year and it seems bezel-less is the latest craze. The big players like Samsung and Apple are jumping on board, but so are smaller companies, like Doogee. The Doogee Mix is a nearly bezel-less smartphone that's similar to the Xiaomi Mi Mix. Doogee might not be a brand that instantly sparks recognition, but this Chinese manufacturer has much to offer those looking for an inexpensive Android phone. Doogee's capitalizing on the Mix's bezel-less feature to ensure their name is heard. The device also packs all the strong numbers in its spec sheet to make it stand out from the budget smartphone crowd. So, can the Doogee Mix really perform well when we put it to the test? Is it a smartphone that worth buying? Let's figure that out. Firstly, the phone comes in a good package similar to what the trending companies offers. When you open the box you'll find the Doogee Mix phone, a charging cable, a power adapter, an instruction manual, a SIM card eject tool, a phone ring holder. It also comes with a phone case and screen protector. This is particularly useful since you probably won't be able to get a suitable case in your local phone shop. Design. The first thing that strikes you about the design is the near lack of bezels along the top, left, and right. The chin of the device still has a significant portion of the bezel and houses the fingerprint scanner and front-facing camera. The interesting thing is, unlike the famous Xiaomi Mi Mix, the Doogee Mix leaves enough bezel at the top to fit the earpiece in. If you're familiar with the Mi Mix you know that it lacks an earpiece and uses bone conduction for sound. Along the left side are the power and volume buttons which offer nice tactile feedback and are placed nicely. Along the right side are the SIM card and micro SD card port. In the top you'll find a 3.5mm headphone jack. The bottom of the phone is where you'll find the micro USB port for charging as well as the speakers. In the first time, you'll think that these are dual speakers, but these not a two speakers actually. One is a microphone, and the second is the speaker. Around the back, you have the dual cameras which do produce a bit of a hump. The LED flash is right next to the cameras. I will give Doogee a ton of credit for the materials used here. They all feel very premium. The sides of the phone are aluminum and sort of brushed and matte in appearance. Our review unit came in this bright blue color that will certainly attract attention. The back of the phone looks like glass, but I suspect it's a high quality plastic. I may be wrong either way. It looks super nice but does attract a load of fingerprints. Overall the design is attractive. Talking about the display. The extremely small bezels allow for a 5.5-inch display to be plopped into this chassis, and this budget-minded smartphone has a budget-minded 720p display which is great for less battery consumption, but I would have liked to see a 1080p panel. Still, the included Super AMOLED 720p display isn't horrible. It does look pretty good for what it is. Colors are still nice and vibrant and blacks and whites look decent. Most users shouldn't notice too much of a difference from 720p to 1080p, but it would have been nice to have that upgrade. Viewing angles in bright sunlight are an issue. While even high-end displays suffer in the sun, this one struggles badly. Moving to the software. The Android 7.0 is running on the Doogee Mix and that's pretty fantastic. Android Nougat runs like a champ and is one of the best versions of Android Google has produced. Doogee runs their own custom skin over Android which I didn't care for at all. That was easily fixed by downloading Action Launcher 3 and some icon packs. Android runs great here. You may or may not like the Doogee skin, that's entirely personal preference. Overall it's a great experience. Hardware and performance. The Doogee Mix only has a MediaTek chip inside it, but they chose one of the best socials that the company has to offer. We're talking about the 2.5 GHz MediaTek Helio P25 processor coupled with a Mali T880 GPU. On top of that, there's a generous 6GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. In terms of performance, the massive 6GB of RAM really makes a difference. I opened many apps and switched between them, watched videos, played some games, and the performance is buttery smooth. Nothing felt sluggish, and there was no lag at all. We ran the usual benchmark tests to see how the Mix fared, and results were predictably found to be in the low to mid-range bracket. Geekbench 4 scored it at 850 single-core and 3939 multi-core. Camera. The Doogee Mix has a 16 and 8 megapixels dual camera in the back, and a 5 megapixels front camera. The dual camera setup in the back is supposed to function much like the Huawei or iPhone dual cameras, but we are talking a budget phone here. The photos are a little on the dark side with colors not quite popping, low light performance is also not very great, and the front-facing camera is slightly grainy and placed on the chin, meaning you have to turn the phone over to take your picture. There are other phones in this price range that do a far better job with photos, but these are acceptable. This is a comparison of the photos taken on Doogee Mix and a Galaxy Note 5. These photo taken in the low light setting and with flash. Battery life. The big 3380 mAh battery will get you through the day and then some, depending on what you're doing. A few times I was able to go a few days without charging, throw in some gaming, music, and various other things, and the battery will go down. Pretty solid battery life here. Should I buy the Doogee Mix? For a phone that is less than $200, Doogee Mix does not disappoint, other than the lack of notification LED and a 720p screen resolution. The slim bezels make it seem bigger than the actual 5.5-inch size. An unfettered Android experience is welcome, and the battery life means you'll make it through the day without a problem. The build of the phone is surprisingly good, far exceeding my expectations. The performance is good, and it has a large screen and plenty of storage space. It's a decent camera and a cheap price. You probably won't find a better deal. Finally, the Doogee Mix is a great phone. It has high specifications, stylish and attractive design compared to the price. I really recommend this smartphone, so, if you want to buy it, you'll find a link below the video in the description box. It'll cost you about $180 from that link. Please help me by sharing this video. You'll not lose anything if you shared this video, and your click on the like button means a lot to me. At last, subscribe on the channel to get my latest videos. Thanks a lot for your time. If you liked this video, please share it, and don't forget to subscribe to get last updates. Thank you for your time.